Hi, I'm Azza and welcome to Digital News Asia. This episode is brought to you by Nokia Siemens Networks, the world's specialist in mobile broadband.
I spent the last 8 years in Australia. So I studied there for 3 years and then I stayed on to work as an investment consultant and also wealth manager. I only came back in January this year. Yes. So I came back with the intention, to contribute back to, the Malaysian scene, after.
Not your work visa ran out, right?
No. Yeah. So I came back and I looked around and, there's a lot of pocket of opportunities. But not just that. Personally, I have been frustrated by the whole banking process, and I'm sure a lot of people would share my frustration. So, being a returning resident, you need a bank account, you need credit cards, and I went through the whole process essentially, researching and applying for these products, and that's, I guess, how it sort of started, because I found the entire process really, really frustrating. So, I had to basically go to each and every bank, call up, a number of people just to find out basic information. I said, why can't there be just this one site that collects these information, display it in a very friendly manner, and allow me to apply online? Because, in Australia we had that. Everywhere else in the world, well, not everywhere else, but most of the developed countries, you have that as well. Okay, so maybe two things. I actually have two angel investors. So Kylie and another guy, which I won't name because he actually works in one of the major banks in Malaysia. So he's a group head at one of the banks. So he's still working. So if I name his name, he might get fired. But
you've just narrowed it down, so we know it's a he.
It's a he, yes. There's a lot of he's. So two angel investors. I knew Kylie. So I knew the second one through Kylie. Kylie is actually my senior at high school. So it's 1 year my senior. I came back, when I came back in, in January this year, I started to look around for, people in the entrepreneurial scene. Obviously Kylie being, what he's achieved is very prominent. So I made contact with him and, we chatted a few times and, sort of discussed this idea. And it just developed into something that, we were both really passionate about. And then he introduced me to the third guy, so I'll call him Investor A. So you've got me, which is pretty much running the entire thing, and I've got really two very capable advisors. So Kylie, the entrepreneurial marketing side of things, and the tech side of things as well. And then Investor A, which is very much the in-depth industry knowledge and the contacts as well. So iMoney today, as it exists, we're comparing a whole suite of banking products. Very soon we're bringing insurance, because insurance is another area where there's just so much confusion going on, and as a consumer it's not easy to decipher products. But also regional as well. So Indonesia expanding to Vietnam or Philippines, becoming like. Basically, iMoney would become the money comparison site for the entire Southeast Asia. So that's really the dream, the sort of 5-year game plan. But I think in the very short term, we want to be number one in Malaysia. Yep. So we want to basically, there are two things. Some products you can actually do online. You probably don't want someone in front of you helping you fill in the form. Things like the basic ones like savings accounts, fixed deposit, and even credit cards. Like all you need to do is fill in a form, right? With something like home loans, it's probably something you want to talk to someone, professional, and get more information on. And we're actually thinking through the entire user experience process as well. So the idea is for iMoney to become a portal where you compare and select products, and then the servicing bit will come in from either the product providers that we work with, or eventually we might in-source that bit as well. So it's the entire process, it is what we intend to change.
This episode is brought to you by Nokia Siemens Networks, the world's specialist in mobile broadband.